Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the SWO Signals channel. So I brought my radio out here to the park today, and an hour later than I normally come out. I came out at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which would have been 1300 UTC, because I've noticed that at least here in Florida, the bands seem to be more open around 8 o'clock than they are earlier, like I come out an hour earlier and 7 o'clock in the morning. And maybe that's due to the just the way the time change and all that. I don't know. Maybe winter season versus summer, but regardless. So we're gonna do a couple scans out here and see what we find, see what we can listen to out here. So here I got 11 to 12,000, or 11 meg to 12 meg. And we'll start off in upper sideband because there is some utilities down in the lower parts, and then we'll switch to upper side, or AM mode, when the international broadcasts come in, and we'll see how much of those we can hear. So you hear this right here, this thing. I picked this up on my last band scan. So if we go back 2 kilohertz here to 10998, I'm not sure what it is. I'm thinking radar, maybe. And then you can hear it here on 99, as well as 11,000. So if anybody knows what that is, I'm going to do some research on it, but if you know what that is, put it in the comments. Let's get started. Okay, so right here, 11016. That is known, or a digital signal known as Link 11. And I've done some research, and since I'm in Florida, there is a town called Jacksonville, which is roughly 200 miles northeast of me, and they have an air station there, or a Navy station, one of the two. And this is where that's coming from, due to the strength of this signal here. It comes in quite loud here in Florida, so that may be what it is, or where it's at. It's a weak teletype at 11038. Probably at actually 11039.
Delta, Oscar, Yankee, 4, Tree, Sierra, Uniform, Kilo, Bravo, Uniform, Quebec, Alpha, Oscar, 2, Yankee, India, Victor, Delta, Charlie. This is family. Out.
Alright, so those of you who listen to the shortwave bands or probably have heard that before. That's the U.S. Air Force with what's known as the EAM message, which is a emergency action message, although it doesn't mean it's an emergency. That's just what it's called. So they also transmitted 15016, 8992, and there's another one down in the 4 megahertz band, 4724 maybe. But regardless, that's what that was. So they read off phonetics, and you can hear various other traffic on these channels. So they're definitely worth a listen. teletype, weak teletype, 11228. And I might have heard something there. That's it, right? Okay. So 11388. Probably actually 11387. What those are is HFDL signals. Those are high frequency data link. And they transmit aircraft information, flight numbers, fuel on board. It's all digital stuff, but it can be decoded if you use QE Online SDRs. They have one of their extensions is decoding of HFDL. Pretty interesting stuff. This one you're hearing is probably from, I think, Riverhead, New York. Only because it's the strongest one that I can hear in Florida. There are several more, though. I've heard them from South America. I've heard them from England, San Francisco, Alaska, New Zealand even a couple times. This depends on the band conditions. Some Stanag here, 11447. So at 11500 we're going to switch around to AM because the shortwave broadcasts are going to start to come in here. You may hear a lot from the eastern side of the planet, China, that area. There's a lot of China stations on shortwave. A lot of jamming of China. Or a lot of jamming stations by China. They jam a lot of stations from Taiwan and South Asia, stuff like that. So 11545 is a station. And 11610 from the noise though.
East.
11640
in China, and it will be the World Aquatic Society sensation and mass in the official social media tweets. Many well-pronounced media outlets also zoom in on international games. We also saw
this would be in English.
2-year-olds bagging medals in diving, 3-year-old Turkish.
Con mis compañeros repugnamos sus políticas bélicas.
11760.
Venezuela, dos Naciones Unidas en su lucha por la soberanía y paz enfrente a las
Huge
políticas
signal.
progresistas de Estados Unidos.
Leads me to believe it's probably Radio Marti coming out of North Carolina, beamed towards Cuba, goes right over Florida.
La paz y la justicia prevalecerán. Lo que hemos visto aquí es una pequeña muestra del apoyo de los estudiantes iraníes al pueblo venezolano, rechazando la injerencia militar estadounidense contra el territorio venezolano.
Not to make sure to look that up and check, but it's what it sounded like. 11805 has something way down the noise.
That this is a qualitative change in the approach and opinion and the conduct. Earlier,
I think 11810 is another
40, 50 years.
differentiation than 11805.
That, what you call anti-income tax structure used to be the dominating one. And they have been
11875, something way down the noise. It's in English though. $11,900. $11,910. So 11955. $11,980. And of course we end at 12,000 and we have the signal. The Super DARN radar. Not sure what the DARN stands for. It measures plasma levels in the atmosphere. Normally always hear it on 12,000, but it's sprinkled throughout the other bands as well. So hey, if you like that band scan, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you like, and check out the other videos in the playlist. And catch you on the next scan. Have a good day, everybody.